to Wednesday Motivation.
Midweek Motivation.
Midweek Motivation.
It's your girl, V.
It's your boy, Clyde D.
Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, guys.
I know it's raining, it's hot, so it's winter. Winter is here.
It's not winter, it's summer rain.
The sun comes.
I'm still getting hot.
It's really cold.
Every time it rains, guys, then Clyde think, oh, I'm gonna sleep so nice.
But I sleep better when it rains.
We must go sleep early. I wonder why. All that stuff. I'm so like, guys, I made booba.
Is booba aan vanaand?
So I'm having a.
Booba aan vanaand.
It's not the drinkable one. It's the eatable one.
Edibles.
So guys, we've decided on a motivation, a midweek motivation. Woo! This Sago balls. A midweek motivation, and we're gonna speak about faith and how we trusted God for our home that we bought. So yeah, sometimes I think we trust in God for something and we have faith without us realizing that we are trusting God for something to happen, or for that our faith is actually in progress. Does it make sense?
What?
So it's like subconsciously. So yeah, when we met, myself and Clyde, we obviously, if you listen to the story of how we first met, our video, you can go and check it out. We before we got married, we rented a space, a separate entrance,
One room.
one room with Jesse. And I think after we got married, it's like just a shifting, I guess, that took place in our mindsets, that we can't obviously be doing this, even though we never had problems with the landlord, or we never had problems of where we stayed. The area was very nice. It's just that obviously we wanted better for ourselves. And I think after we said the I do's and made things official,
Makes sense.
it just made sense to obviously move up, I guess.
I also think that more than just that it makes sense is that obviously as a husband you feel that you want to obviously provide your wife and your new family, and just to start your family obviously with your own home, like your AAs, and it was a very big thing for me because to be at the age, I still think it's a young age, but to be at that age and then to be able to have your own home is a big deal, because obviously you're secure for you and your family. So,
And not just that, I think also you think of responsibilities like paying a bond where we paid rent. And guys, obviously your levels in life increases as you grow older. So obviously you can't just be okay with being here when your bills and your debt and things goes there. You
It's
need
like
to
when you
obviously
get-
move up.
it's like when you get married, then the bill automatically comes. And at least that's what I believe. I
Just to a certain extent, I agree with you, because obviously there's things that you do need,
Yes, there's more things that you need now.
and there's things you want to do and achieve. So you obviously need to,
You need to
work for
provide.
that and work towards maintaining that.
So our story basically, it was 2017 when we got married, the 4th of Feb, and lately by the end of that year, the 30th of November 2017, we moved into our own house. Okay, so but it sounds very simple. 2000 February we got married at the end of the year. Maar ja, trials and tribulations en die goed waar man deurgaan, or that we go together, is a lot of testing things firstly, and it tests your relationship, especially because you're newly married, and this is where it comes in now. So your partner or your wife or your husband want to do things so like this, and besides trusting and praying to God to make this happen, there's also a few things that you need to have in your own life, like clean credit record.
Very important, obviously.
Because it's pointless that you're going to apply for a bond, you're praying hard, Lord, please let this bond be approved, but you have 10,000 accounts in arrears and you know you're not going to get approved. So, yeah, so it was one of those things. Obviously, we were all young, made mistakes, and obviously recovered from that mistakes. But nog altijd in the back of your mind, you're like, yo, am I going to be approved? And is this going to happen? Like, and the thing of house hunting is it's a thing on its own, and people always say
It's stressful, very stressful.
like people find it exciting. It's not really it is exciting times, but you also don't want to go and look because you don't know. Okay, are we gonna qualify for this house that is this much? Now you get all excited, that's a decline. So you're also excited, but to an extent where you don't wanna overexcite yourself because you don't wanna be disappointed. So yeah, obviously when we applied for this one, Charmin was working at a place where she was kind of sorted in a sense of where her salary bracket needs to be, and I was selling cars. So everybody knows selling cars, your salary is 1 month sky high. Next 4 maanden dan zit vlak op je aarde. So guys who sell cars, always keep yourself humble. Humble yourself.
But let me just backtrack a little bit. When we made the decision, it kind of feels the same like when we decided to actually set a wedding date. It's just a discussion, and then tomorrow you action it. So it was.
That's how you almost.
That's true. Ik kan niet wachten. If I get an idea, I need to start with it immediately. But anyway, you don't want to know about that.
We're talking about things like, I think you must change the tiles in the kitchen. Okay, baby. In my mind, 6 maanden, 7 maanden. Give us time was now to. Yes, as I say aan op die internet morgen. Am jij CTM woensdag koop, donderdag install. Vrijdag kijk ik nieuwe tiles aan.
Guys, ik heb baie long-term dreams. Long-term goals. Alles is short-term. Obviously, as finances allow.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the point.
Yes, please.
The point is, when we've decided that we're gonna start house hunting, I need to say this, that we never went to the bank to go and ask what we qualify for. That is the main reason for this video. In the sense of how I say that this is about faith. So we literally made a decision between myself and Clyde that we're gonna house hunt. So okay, I'm at work, Clyde's at work. He searches around for estate agents and those type of things. We don't have a clue how this works.
A cooking clue.
We didn't decide on an area firstly. We didn't have a specific area in mind.
We didn't have a budget.
We don't know what we qualify for. Nothing. Like some of you might think that that's baie onwys van ons and irresponsible, but that's just how it was for us. And this is our story.
Sometimes just need to jump in.
So guys, and so Clyde was looking, etc., and he sends me messages and pictures, and he said, okay, I got hold of this person. Here's this in Mitchell's Plain. Here's this and this and that. But the one thing I knew I wanted for sure is because at the time I was more into my events, and I like hosting people, and I like having parties to entertain and things like that. The one thing that we could definitely see at the place that we were renting is when we had our lunches with our family called what was that?
It was themed lunches.
Themed lunches, yeah. We already didn't have space at the place that we rented to have. When it was our turn to host, we didn't have place to like kind of host our family. So it was outside on the stoop, but it wasn't enclosed. So obviously weather permitted and things like that. Sometimes we had to relocate our lunch to my sister's place because that was undercover. But that's one thing that was definitely on my wish list when we do get a house, that it must have some kind of entertaining area that was covered. Okay, so that was the one. That's all I knew I wanted. A big yard that was covered, very important.
Covered, yes.
Because of the entertaining part. Other than that, I wasn't very on it with the rest of the details in terms of how many bedrooms, how my kitchen must look, how whatever. I wasn't. So we need to go and check out our first place, I think in Mitchell's Plain,
In West Street, yeah.
in West Street. We met up with this lady, this estate agent, and then she took us through, and we just like professionals, guys. We are like, we can afford anything, and we like here, and we like, you know, our bank accounts, and oh, the bank will approve this and what, you know. But inside your heart is beating because you're doing grown-up stuff now. You could feel the grown-upness. No, when they come to the money part, it's nice.
The most nerve-wracking thing is when you go through the house and you like the house, and now they say, okay, so this is 800 days, and this is an estimate of what your bond will be. In my cheese.
Yes, but we acted very cool, I must say. We're like, okay.
You always like
okay. In your heart, you're thinking, we don't even know. If that is the amount, like the example Clyde made of, that is the amount that we could qualify for. Okay, so we looked at the house and the lady spoke to us, and we like so cool and calm. We like, we're gonna get back to you. Like we have options, guys. Anyway, and so I think that how many houses did we go and look at?
I think that wasn't that one?
That one and this one. Okay, but obviously we looked at pictures and stuff, obviously, and I think this is where it comes in that it made it slightly a bit difficult because we didn't know what we qualified for. We couldn't just look at priced homes already on the internet.
No, we could have, but
no, but you know what I mean. Like we didn't know if it was this X amount that
because
this would be in our bracket
yeah.
because we didn't go to the bank. Okay. So, like Clyde said, the decision was made like this, and we soon got the ball rolling without the logistics.
Yeah.
And then I was at work one day, and it kind of felt already a bit stressful. I think besides the one house that we did go check, we viewed online houses as well. We scrolled through and what the areas and stuff like that. And then Clyde messaged me at work, and he said he's leaving work early that day. He saw another house. And then he went to and view this house that we're currently in. And he sent me, so I couldn't leave work. Like I was the branch manager then, and I couldn't leave work. So
I was flexible.
He's flexible, yeah. So he came to this house, and there was an older guy living in this house, and he showed him around.
I just need to say that I had to make a video. Firstly, I video called, and she wasn't impressed with me. I told her the area, she was totally not impressed with me. Then I made a video of this house, walking from the front, through the house, to the back, through the house.
Talking me through the video.
Everything, ik had alles geprobeerd, but she just didn't want to buy. I told her you have to come and see this house yourself because
he was very impressed with the house.
The
he
house
was like,
is not giving.
it's undercover, it has an entertainment area. It has a shade for you to pack all your party things. It has a garden. Now, I'm very over garden. I won't say that I have green fingers. I'm still teaching myself to be better in terms of planting and things like that. But I love the fact that there's a garden because I'm very for views and greenery and things like that. Clyde's the opposite. If he could just have a clean space and pave, then that is his preference.
Pave is the way to go. Pave's the way forward.
Okay, so Clyde sends me this videos, and remember, obviously, the house at the current state wasn't, obviously it would never be anybody's taste really. So you're taking it as is, walking me through the video, saying this is the lounge, this is the kitchen, I'm outside now. So I was already not impressed with the way the house was being looked after. But he kept saying you have to see the place obviously in real life. This is now just something on the phone, and maybe that's why I'm not intrigued by it. Okay, and so he eventually, we eventually made an appointment with the estate agent. The same day, and we made an appointment to come again when I was available. And so yeah, what happened?
So she came, and when she came in, and she saw.
No, you know what we saw first?
What?
The estate agent showing another person around. Don't forget that. The estate agent was showing another person around the house. Client, stop it, man.
Joking.
The estate agent was showing somebody around the house, obviously another person that came to view. And at the time, it was a pool table outside in the yard of the current owner. So the person was done, and the estate agent told me, "Sorry about that. I'll be with you guys now." And then when he concluded with the previous, what you call those people, potential buyer, he said to us, "Oh, that person has cash." And that person wants to keep,
agents work.
wants to put the deal. No, but I believed in that time. I was my own experience in the estate agent world. So he told us that the guy wanted to buy cash. His money's coming through any day now, and now I was starting to tremble inside. So guys, I was obviously nervous because I'm thinking. Because I'm not experienced in this, I'm thinking obviously cash in my mind will make any deal go through quicker.
Cash is king.
Yeah. So he took us through, and there's a separate entrance and whatever. And he took us through the house. And then, guys, I must admit, I saw what Clyde saw, the potential. So obviously I can turn the house and change it into how I would like it. But at that moment when he sent me the videos, it wasn't appealing to me at all. So the estate agent says, "So you guys, you like it and everything," and me being so nervous inside, we're like, "Yeah, it's very nice, very nice, very nice." And then he gave us the papers to fill in our details so that they can do a credit check and everything. So obviously the main thing would now be your ID, your what else was it? Our copies of our IDs and things like that, and pay slips, and he needs it by the next day. So we left here and we like, now it starts, because we can't just now talk, we now need to action. So okay, we like we said, took the papers and we started filling in the details and stuff. So we sent it through to his offices the next day, and I think within an hour or so, he told me that, what is it that they must tell us?
Let us see and see with
the bank, they liaise with the bank.
Yeah, they'll do everything. We have to send all our stuff and stuff like that, and then within 7 days they will let us know. Now 7 days in a situation like this,
forever, because we know that this. Remember the cash guy, ne? Cash guy is still in my mind.
So now, 7 days, we don't know anything, because like I said, me particularly had a rocky situation going on, and it was that ek is in my mind gestressed because my wife loves this house, and I don't want to be the cause that we don't get this house. Anyway, and
so what was this now, because of what that you were nervous now?
No, just my credit.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that, because I had a few hiccups in the past, and I didn't know.
Normal. We all do.
I didn't know if this was gonna pull through. All I know is that I just kept thinking, like, I don't want to be the disappointment or the cause of us not getting this house, because I know she has perfect score, all that kind of stuff. You come ek, and the thing is that we married, and so I obviously checked together. And I tell you, I've never prayed so much like I did that time in my life. And the thing is that obviously ek is iemand wat baie vra, so, and it's national, so.
So back to, it didn't take 7 days for us, just by the way. It took 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
3
so
days.
they let us know.
Then somebody from the bank called me, and I left my office at the time and I went outside to answer the call, because now obviously this is playing in your mind. You're waiting on that somebody to contact you. And then the lady called me from the bank, and she now says, "Hi, is this Mrs. Safi?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, "So I'm calling on behalf of the whatever, and to let you know about your bond that you applied for, and I just want to let you know that you qualify for X amount." Guys, I will not lie to you. I was sitting on a bench in the mall. I think it was Canal Walk. I was still there that time. I sat on the bench and my tears started rolling from my eyes. I said to the lady at the bank, please don't joke with me. Are you being for real? Is this serious? She said, yes, like almost looking, thinking, the way I could hear from her voice, she's thinking, why am I in shock? Almost like I didn't do my homework. But guys, we didn't do our homework. This is really the first time we're hearing, because we put things in action. And she told me, yes, and you qualified and stuff like that. She's just letting me know. And obviously, I think the area is with the real estate, and then the estate agent got back to us and they said we qualified, blah blah blah, and I think I could not believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
Like I said, I called Clyde immediately after the bank called me, and I told him this lady
an hour on the phone.
We were crying because
firstly, we didn't know if we were going to qualify, and when we did, we qualified without a deposit, which was a major thing because we obviously didn't have the deposit at the time. Not that we have it now, but we never had it. We didn't even think, yes, we must put a deposit down. That never crossed our minds. It was just we're going to go for the bond and then see what happened. And yeah, it's a very big deal to get a call to say that, okay, you've been approved and this, you don't have to pay a deposit. And yeah, so I was telling that, yeah, we were on the phone. She called me, and probably for the first 15 minutes, she was just there. It was just, I won't forget because I was standing on the floor, and I walked to we had like a big window, and I was standing there, and my colleague was just like, "What's happening?" And I was like,
so what were we both doing at the time?
Like we were just.
So the whole time?
For like 15 minutes, and I couldn't talk, and then afterwards you were like, yo, we're so blessed, we're so thankful, and all this kind of thing is. And then then one thing led to another, and now we're here.
So yes, and then obviously there's obviously other legal things you need to do in terms of your lawyers and whatever the case may be. So it took us obviously 3 months to prep where we were currently living, and gave notice where we were living, and started shopping, guys.
Guys, I would like to tell you that the first thing when we were approved and after the year snickering, the first thing that we got was our TV.
Yes, our TV for our lounge. That was the first thing
we had the TV for 3 months where we were living in the separate entries, and I used to plug it in so now and then just to see what.
Shame. But guys, we were very excited. We were very excited, and obviously me with that loves interior and things like that, I started matching what type of color couches I wanted, what my inside color scheme will be, my kitchen and stuff like that. Because like I told you, the pictures wasn't that great of the current guy that lived in the house. So obviously there's quite a few changes we had to make. And when we moved in on the 30th of November 2017, we first moved in the back at our separate entrance while we were renovating the front. There is a few changes we made immediately so that the house could be ready for Christmas at least. So, because we had our family over to celebrate, obviously this with us. So that is our story in terms of where it comes to us purchasing our home. It's not, like I said, it's our first purchase as homeowners. It's not the best of area, but guys, it's an achievement. And I want to motivate anybody out there that it might not work out the same for everybody, but I think the level of faith, faith without works obviously is nothing. So I think we literally took that walk of faith first, that leap of faith, and then put things into action. And you won't believe the amount of times and how hard we prayed. I never forgot. I didn't forget to mention how many times we prayed through the whole process. Obviously, silent prayers, loud prayers, prayers or just thoughts of, we hope this comes through for us. We hope that it's gonna work out for us, and it did.
Sometimes you just need to take a leap and just go for it. Even if you're not sure, the message that we're trying to bring across is just go for it. Because you don't know what's going to happen. And it's like in a job, it's like anything. I saw a meme once where there's bodybuilders and this thin guy that's standing like he's in competition with him. The point is that he believes he can win it. So as long as you believe and you have the faith, go and do it because you don't know what the answer's gonna be.
That's true.
Unless you have a very, very bad credit record.
And also just like even today as we're sitting here, completely different to the house. Like I did a few things today that I can't reveal with you guys yet. I'm so excited. I really want to say, but I can't. That like
big things coming.
I was so nervous to approach this and to do that and to do that, but I think when I just made up my mind, like we did with the house, once you make that decision and you just put yourself out there. And I think maybe like Clyde will always be the one, maybe will tell me, if it's not for us, it's not for us. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out. And I think I'm learning a lot from that. Like there will be people that will disappoint, there will be people that won't be on the same page as us. But once you put yourself out there, that is the best thing you can do to go for it and to see what comes from it. And I've had quite a few positive things happen to me because I put myself out there. I was really scared to do it. I was hesitant and I was, I was pre-thinking of the outcome, overthinking that it's going to come out like this and the person's going to say this and the person will say that. But guys, I'm overwhelmed by the fact that when you do put yourself out there, things do happen.
Before we go, you know we gotta give you that drop of Jesus.
How are you doing? Oh my goodness, guys, we have a scripture based on our based on our faith story today, and it is found in Hebrews 11 verse 6, and it says, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him.
There you have it.
We hope that our story encouraged someone out there today, and that you will take that leap of faith and just go and get what is yours. Go and get it. Go and get it. Go and get it. Go, 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 go. Just believe that you can. Guys, have a blessed Wednesday. Peace.